Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes, tamu sana. Earlier today, Kenya Kwanza Alliance, led by Mudavadi, toured the Westlands constituency in Nairobi. And there was an incident there involving Johnson Sakaja and Margaret Wanjiru. And Kenyans have really been talking about that. So in this video, I want us to have a look at that short clip, after which I'm just going to explain exactly what happened and its deeper political meaning. Have a look at this. Yes, that's Margaret Wanjiru versus Johnson Sakaja. And we all know that all these two leaders are angling for Nairobi gubernatorial seat. They are all aspirants in the Kenya Kwanza alliance. But seemingly, from the recent revelations, it seems to appear that Kenya Kwanza alliance favors Johnson Sakaja. So maybe Wanjiru in that case is just coming out to air her grievances. What does that mean politically? That's our analysis and discussion right now. So if in case you've just bumped here for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you, God bless you, God bless Kenya. Having looked at that short clip very diligently, I've come up with about 5 reasons that can explain exactly that clip. The first reason, or rather the first explanation, or rather meaning, that's a sign of a rebellion by some of William Ruto's allies, and to a larger extent, some aspirants in the Kwanza alliance, and they are actually rebelling against Mudavadi, William Ruto, and Moses Masika Wetangula, sitting somewhere at a corner in a room to impose candidates on them. Because some few days ago, the Standard newspaper leaked some kind of a power structure, power sharing formula that was arrived between Musalia, William Ruto, and Moses Masika Wetangula. And in that leaked power structure or power sharing formula, it was seen that Musalia Mudavadi was mandated to pick a candidate for Nairobi gubernatorial seat for Kenya Kwanza Alliance. And that candidate is widely being seen as Johnson Sakaja. So already Ruto, Mudavadi, and Wetangula, they must have sat somewhere in a room and they have settled on Johnson Sakaja. But all along it was widely believed that it was Margaret Wanjiru, maybe to be supported for that seat through UDA. So Margaret Wanjiru here is just cleverly trying to rebel against that kind of maybe agreement where leaders just sit somewhere at a corner and then they impose candidates on them. Margaret Wanjiru is just sending some warning shots to the big boys in Kenya Kwanza Alliance that maybe things will not be as usual. That's the one explanation or meaning of that clip. And then secondly, looking at that clip, it's very clear that it's Margaret Wanjiru who is actually aggressive. And she seems to be the one who is actually causing the trouble. And Johnson Sakaja seems to be quiet and cool. That's also an indication, ladies and gentlemen, that other aspirants are weak and they can't withstand competition. And largely we have seen that in various areas. Some months back, or rather some months ago, when Anne Waiguru joined UDA, we saw Purity Ngirishi bolt him out. And now in Kakamega again, we are seeing some signs that Cleophas Malala is edging out Boni Elwale. And then in the city, it's very clear that Johnson Sakaja is edging out Margaret Wanjiru. All those are just indications that other aspirants, They are very weak leaders who cannot withstand competition. In the event they face competition, then most definitely they don't have chances of winning in those elections, or rather in those competitions. So in my considered opinion again, I'm seeing a situation where UDA, they have very weak candidates who are just riding on William Ruto or on hustler popularity to get elected. But they are very weak leaders who cannot offer anything to Kenyans. They are just trying to ride on William Ruto's popularity or on UDA popularity. And largely we are seeing that in central Mount Kenya, where UDA candidates are deemed to be very weak, people who can offer nothing to the masses. But simply because maybe William Ruto enjoys some support in Mount Kenya, they just want to ride on those waves to get elected. But if you look at them keenly, they are very weak leaders who, even if elected, maybe will not offer anything tangible to their electorates. That also comes out very, very clearly. And then thirdly, Ruto is clearly dumping his foot soldiers for new allies. And he's doing that because he has used them and he no longer needs them. He has just used and now is dumping them. That also shows and exposes Ruto as a leader who is not reliable. He is not grateful. He is too much selfish. He just wants you to help him. Then after you've helped him, then he no longer needs you. When he feels that now, after helping William Ruto, he feels that he no longer needs you and he can easily dump you. And that should also be a warning shot, or rather awakening call to Musalia Mudavadi. Musalia Mudavadi should know that actually, in our Kenyan context, one day in politics is a long period of time. William Ruto, as of today, is cleverly using Musalia Mudavadi. William Ruto's main mission is to weaken Musalia Mudavadi, maybe post-2022. So that in the event he weakens Musalia Mudavadi, he shall have inherited Musalia Mudavadi's supporters in Western. So these people will not be listening to Musalia Mudavadi. So naturally, it will be William Ruto to call shots in Western among those who are previously supporting Musalia Mudavadi. And as time goes by, we might find William Ruto even dumping Musalia Mudavadi even before August election. And he might even dump Musalia Mudavadi for other potential and stronger political allies who they can just team up with for August elections. So this is a wake-up call to Musalia Mudavadi. He has to be very, very careful when actually dealing with William Samoei Ruto. William Ruto seems not to reward loyalty. He's just interested in using and dumping. And that's coming out very clearly, looking at some incidences across the country. We saw Purity Ngirishi was very instrumental in marketing William Ruto in Kirinyaga and on the mountain in general. William Ruto used Ngirishi, dumped Ngirishi. We also saw Boni Alwale, the bullfighter, very instrumental in marketing William Ruto in Western. It's clear now William Ruto is dumping Boni Alwale. Same to Margaret Wanjiru here in the city. So in my considered opinion, William Ruto does not reward loyalty. He is an expert in use and dump. Another explanation or point that also exposes the mistrust in One Kenya alliance. Sakaja is in ANC. Margaret Wanjiru is in UDA. And the mere fact that these two leaders can just actually argue in public is just an indication of lack of trust and the kind of deep-rooted mistrust existing in this One Kenya alliance. And I believe that's happening because these two leaders, Mudavadi and Ruto, all these parties just came together very hurriedly without due diligence. Musalia Mudavadi and William Ruto, their union might have been hurried, maybe to achieve other political objectives. And that's exactly why we are experiencing such kind of dramas in public. It's an indication that there is a mistrust in UDA, or rather in One Kenya alliance. That's also something that maybe is coming out clearly. Because Sakaja is ANC, Margaret Wanjiru is actually in UDA. And Margaret Wanjiru, for those who had the privilege of watching that thing live, Margaret Wanjiru stated clearly that it's William Ruto who had sent her to that rally. Yes, it's William Ruto. So William Ruto may be sent her there for some reasons. And then finally, this is also an indication that William Ruto might be deliberately causing chaos in the Kenya Kwanza alliance before eventually dumping Musalia Mudavadi. Because now, that was an event that, in my considered opinion, it was Musalia Mudavadi maybe to lead that rally yet today. But then Musalia Mudavadi, and through some formal kind of agreements that UDA national chairman has also come out to deny, it was widely expected that Mudavadi was to be given the privilege to nominate the gubernatorial seat, or rather the gubernatorial candidate for Nairobi. But then again, William Ruto is sending Margaret Wanjiru to that rally. And obviously, because I know they have not ironed some things between themselves, William Ruto, I know by sending Margaret Wanjiru, he knew there was going to be trouble there. So William Ruto cleverly is trying to test the grounds to see if maybe he can actually dump Musalia Mudavadi. That's exactly what William Ruto is trying to do. William Ruto is testing the ground. He wants to see whether his aspirants are actually stronger than this one for Musalia Mudavadi. If he can see they are stronger than Mudavadi's aspirants, then in my considered opinion, William Ruto will just renegade on maybe their kind of an agreement. Maybe they have agreed with Musalia Mudavadi. He will actually disappoint Musalia Mudavadi. He will not honor their informal agreement, assuming he's fully convinced that his aspirants are actually stronger than Musalia Mudavadi's aspirants. So William Ruto here is cleverly testing the ground. He wants to see whether his aspirants are stronger than Musalia's aspirants. If he finds that stronger, he will actually betray Musalia Mudavadi. That's what I can read, or rather draw, from that short clip, ladies and gentlemen. Otherwise, before I conclude, if you've just bumped here for the very first time, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you, God bless you, God bless Kenya.